Good morning, friends, and welcome to our show, Inspiring Vegan. And today we have a very wonderful guest, Mark Ten Low. And the specialty about him is he's inspiring many people, many non-vegan people, to turn towards veganism. It is pleasure to have you on our show, Mark, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My first question to you is: you turn your mind towards veganism? What was that inspiration?
Um, a long time ago, so this was 27 years ago now, I was first thinking about the concepts of, firstly, I think it was environmentalism. So things like how much water we waste. My father would always complain about me showering too long, that sort of thing. But one day I was at a school barbecue and I was eating a piece of beef in the hamburger, right? And I just felt very strange that I was eating some people's dead bodies. So it appealed to me that I should stop doing that. And so I learned a lot about. I did more research in a book called about vegetarianism. At the time was not veganism but vegetarianism, and I learned more about the cruel practices and why I shouldn't be eating red meat, for example. And then other things grew from there.
What I think is the people who get the feeling of cutting out meat from their diet, they have good conducts in their accounts. That is why they are getting the feeling. And I really appreciate you that you have got that feeling of cutting out meat from diet and accepting the plant-based diet. What do you do to promote veganism and vegan diet and vegan lifestyle?
I have a very active social media presence. So I have now 1,500 followers on across social media. This includes YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, WordPress, and Twitter, and maybe a few other ones like my website and that sort of thing. So I'm very active socially on social media, but in real life, I also have people that I talk with, like my podiatrist today, for example. I will talk to her about veganism a little bit, tell her about my interview today, and just introduce people to the idea that being nasty and exploiting animals is wrong.
Yes. Do you do outreach programs with friends or any NGOs?
Outreach. No. Now there are some groups in Brisbane that do outreach, but I don't normally engage with that. I normally do a lot of social media stuff, and I work with the Animal Justice Party in Queensland, which is northeastern Australia.
Okay. But I think what I have experienced is that uh, doing online activities is very impactful than the outreach activities, because on online activities we do not force others. We just are sharing our knowledge, and they, by their will, by their decision power, they are changing, and that is very impactful than somebody forcing on the street, and somebody convincing others. I think there is some wastage of time also in that. So online activism, as much as we can put the content on the social media, the social media will itself play that content if we have a number of content. So I think online activism which you are doing is a very great job, and I request you to continue the same with more aggression.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I'm going to keep on trying.
Yes, and your activity have changed many people. Applauses for that also, because many people I have come into connection with, which are a friend with you also. So they tell about you that your the knowledge you are sharing is very impactful for their change, and that is what forced me to invite you on this platform to have an interview with you. Yes.
That's right. So Osman Banda is his name. He's one of my friends who I I think most likely I would influence him to become from vegetarian to vegan. And he's a nice person, and he's obviously very poor and in different financial situation than most of us, but still a very nice person. And I think he's trying very hard, and I was very impressed with his interview with you. So very good. Well done.
Yes, yes. One more thing I want to tell about him is that he has stopped asking for donation.
Oh, has he? Yeah, maybe
Yes,
so. In any
yes,
case, he's doing very well. I think he's studying, making a lot of crops, vegan crops, plant-based crops. So doing a lot of good work there for
yes, yes.
sure.
And I am very thankful for that. That you were the main catalyst for making him vegan.
I
Uh,
think so, yeah.
yes. Um, One more question I would like to ask you is that can veganism play a role to unite the different countries of the world to resolve the conflicts between the different countries of the world?
Oh, it goes a long way. I believe in veganism a lot, and I also believe in kindness to other people, kindness to all beings. So whether you're human, you're octopus, or a hen, or a chicken, or a bear in a cage, I still respect you and I want to be kind to you. So any situation you're in, I will try and help you if I can. Whatever outreach I can do, um, try and help whatever person is in trouble, whatever species they are. So I think, well, like you say, um, the world will become a better place with everyone becoming kind to everybody else. So I see kindness as the epitome of veganism, really.
Is veganism first step
Um,
towards fasting and then liberation of soul from the body?
oh, well, I'm not sure. I'm not a very spiritual person, so I don't believe in certain things. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation or um, karma or anything. I don't believe in karma, for example, but I still believe that being kind is the best way to live one's life. So it's very important for everybody. Yeah.
What message you want to convey for non-vegans and especially carnivore peoples?
Yes. So for non-vegans, it's very hard for some people to understand. And I think that especially educating the young people is very important because young people have a more of an open mind. There are some open-minded people of all ages, but young people especially, um, because they're still being educated, they're very fresh to the world. They can see what's going on and they're not indoctrinated with too many things. So I think encouraging schools to talk about these issues is very important and to understand make students understand the perspective of animals, why they don't want to have their children taken away, why they don't want to be slaughtered, obviously, why they don't want to be raped and mutilated and so on. All these things are so important for young people to understand. And I think exposure to the issues is so important for these people.
Is very cruel industry that and we are the only reason for that cruel industry because the many things we use. um, can we take an example of a car in which many leather products are used for seats, for two wheelers, many leather products. We wear silk clothes, we eat honey. So we are only the reason. So we can abandon uh, all possible things we can, but it is very difficult to abandon all the things because the survival of the government is dependent on the economy, and these industries provide a huge source of income to the government. But now we can shift this source of income towards the vegan products. Is it possible, sir, that we can shift this economy to the vegan products?
Oh, I'm absolutely certain of that. I'm certain that if people put their minds to it, then animal products will be phased out. So things like fur, for example, these are necessary for people to live. You mentioned leather seats, that sort of thing. All of these things are being replaced slowly by non-animal products. So there's no doubt that we can do it. We just have to keep on, and eventually we'll be able to do it successfully. Yeah.
Yes. So, what are your final words on veganism, and what message do you want to convey for all the people?
I really appreciate the interview, and I would love people to follow me and my work at Animal Justice Party Queensland. So you can search that on Facebook, for example, or facebook.com/AJPQLD. And you can find me, Marcus Tenlow, on Facebook, and let's get in contact because I respond to all sensible messages and I'd love to hear from you.
Yes. So, I request all my viewers to follow Mark Tenlow on all the social media platforms. The links of his social media platform are mentioned in the description box below. And I congratulate once again Mark Tenlow for inspiring by the will, by the decision to many people all around the world, not only the people living in his vicinity, but all around the world. And it is a wonderful job that people are doing by their will. We are not forcing anybody to become vegan, and people are choosing kindness over the cruelty, and that is the great job by Mark Tenlow, and very good applauses for that. And namaste, and thank you for your work, and please continue your work aggressively. And we give our pure vibes to aggressively do your work and continuously till the last breath you take.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.